Liverpool v everybody. The number 6 means a lot to this club. I think we all know why. Um, and to see us perform in the way that we did and just totally dominate the opponent today was a beautiful thing to see. Um, 3 goals each half. Um, I mean, you can see a situation where a team has their eye on possibly the first trophy of the season. We're in it for 4, but the first trophy, first things first, is the cup final on Sunday against Chelsea. You can see a team having an eye on that and doing enough to get by in this game. And in parts, maybe you can see that. You look at the score and it's 6-0, but there was some kind of sloppy moments there, but we controlled that game from the opening kick to the end. I mean, the opponent had no real. I don't even think they had many half chances, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Good to see Mane get this back-to-back games now. 2 goals today. Salah as well, but Mane's open play. Let's not forget that. That's open play. Just saying. No beef. Um, Matip, uh, the best defender at what he does in the world. Even better than Van Dyke. No one does what Matip does. It's almost to a point where, and look, that's my favorite player, so I'm a little, whatever, but you almost just are amazed at how he's able to continue doing this game after game after game after game. And Matip's had his injury issues. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen anytime soon, but I hope I don't jinx that. But when this dude is fit, I'm telling you, I think there's no one better than him besides Van Dyke in the world. I mean, who else is driving upfield, give and go with the best scorer in the world, Salah? Was it Salah? I think it was Salah who gave him the give and go. And then the finish is a number 9 finish. That's not a defensive. That's not a defender's finish. That's a number 9's finish. Matip is that dude. I'm just telling you, Matip is that dude. And if it wasn't for Van Dyke, Matip would be the best in the world. I mean, arguably you could say Matip is having just as good of a season as Van Dyke. And maybe I'm again favorite player. Maybe I'm being a little partial there, but yeah, just really proud of the boys today. Curtis Jones, want to talk about him? This kid's potential is out of this world. Um, and I'm about to say this, but it feels funny saying it because if anybody seems to be confident on the pitch, it's Curtis Jones. But I think there's moments where something doesn't go right for him, and then the next time he gets it, he's thinking too much on it. Because he had some great moments today, great little pockets, great little winning the ball back. He was a part of getting that first penalty, taking the free kick really quick, pressing the ball. There's some really good things there. I don't want that to be mistaken. But there were also other moments where you just thought, come on, Curtis, like make that final, thing click. Make that final pass, make that final move quicker with the ball even. Um, but that just ties into the rest of the team. I mean, we're up 3-0 in this team, y'all. And we're still pressing them like our life depends on it. I mean, with speed, with tenacity, um, just hungry. And that's what this team is about. Just hungry. I love what Trent said the other day about, City being able to win the leagues and all that. But us winning the league and winning the Champions League. So just making a point that we can do well on all fronts. Um, but this team is just so hungry, and we've come a long way. Some disappointments, but far more happy times, I would say, than disappointments. And the fact that we were able to just pull this race back like this is big. And getting the goals like we did is important because goal difference could play a major role. We never know when it gets down to the wire. It could play a major role. So why not get all the goals you can? And to dominate that team today like we did, 6-0, is something else. So much for some of us who are disappointed. We had gotten a team that was fully fit, got an extra player or two in every position. Bobby goes down, Jota goes down, and people are like, "Oh, damn! See, I knew it wasn't gonna last." And fair enough, whatever. But you know, we weren't, we didn't suffer from that, not having Firmino and Jota. And to be honest, I love both of those players. I don't want any of them to be injured. But if I had to pick, it would be Jota, who I would prefer to not be out as long, just because of his goal threat, just because of him being a fox in the box, and just the fact that he's a threat, an extra threat, scoring the goal for us. And Firmino can pop up, and you can see Firmino still can score goals, not as frequently as some of the other forward players, but can still put a goal in and just be a good part of the team. So not having those dudes for now or forever long, it is what it is. You know, you still look at that bench now, even with those dudes out, you still feel confident with dudes coming on, and I still feel confident. So we're in it, guys. We're in it, and today really showed me, because again, you could understand a team that just had their mind on Sunday, that first trophy of the season, and put in a performance that wasn't that great. And like I said, in moments it was, but everybody was giving the ball away here and there, whatever. But, when we needed to make a difference, we did, And shout out to the ref today. One of the best refs or probably the best ref in the league, which isn't saying much. But if you look at all the refs, he's probably the one you pick out of everybody. Henderson is a guy for me. Look, you got to believe that he didn't start today because he's starting in the final. But the energy he brings off the bench, the energy Henderson brings off the bench is out of this world. The way he celebrated that assist to Mane, the movement. I mean, I just love seeing Hendo off the bench. He's getting at everybody. He's yelling at Diaz. He's yelling at the linesmen. I mean, you just see the energy he brings off the bench. That's like second, third game in a row where he's done that. So, long term, I think Hendo might be best suited to be, that 12th man, 12th, 13th man. Coming off the bench, giving us that energy, giving us that direction, that captain sort of leadership. That could be good, whether we're up in a game like you saw today or whether we're down. The fact that game stretched to 6-0, it just shows you that this team, 3 wasn't enough. We have to really show people what we're here to do. And, again, we're not silly. We know how, we know that's not going to always be the case. But the fact that game got to 6-0 is just unheard of. Both of our center backs scoring goals. Mane with 2. Salah getting his 2. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost a perfect game. Even with some of the slippages and the lapse of play and giving the ball away, whatever, you can forgive all that when you see the score, but also just how he went about that. Just team ball. You know what I mean? Even winning in penalties, everything was through phases of just us being, and sometimes maybe being too unselfish, a la Curtis Jones, where he should have took that shot. But again, back to Curtis Jones, I just want to see him really realize the potential that we all see, and that I'm sure he knows that he has in him, because it's all there. And I think Curtis Jones is going to be a big player for Liverpool now and to the end of his career, whenever he stops playing with us or if he goes somewhere else or whatever. But for Liverpool, I think he's going to be a really big player. He's already, you could say, a very important player to what we do. So excited about the game Sunday. This is a great sort of warm-up for that. And just happy the way that we handled business today. We did what we got to do, and now it's on to the other teams. But we dust ourselves off. Enjoy this win for sure. Lovely to see Klopp. He usually does the 3 fist pumps, but I think he tripled that today. And that's the passion. Every one of those punches was his happiness for this team. I think his happiness just in life right now, coaching this team, and the happiness of the fans, and us just coming together. That sort of trinity. The club, him, the fans, just coming together. And I think that's what that was about, just to say, look, we fighting. We came a long way. We got our team tightened up. We see that the door's back open for the race, or ajar, as one of the commenters said. And we get ready to go grab that opportunity. So it's in our hands now. We control it. Just got to handle our business. One game at a time. Next game is Chelsea in the Cup. Can't wait for it. One love.